live or more than live? You're running about 7 seconds behind. For those who are not watching live, you will be watching a replay of something that took place live. And there are things that are happening right now live that nobody can see or hear for 7 seconds. But right after 7 seconds, or at the 7-second mark, you will be in sync. There's just going to be a gap of 7 seconds, and we're going to be in sync. So it's going to be a constant flow. You're not losing any lengths to the 7 seconds that you're listening to this video. And then again, it could be 6 and it could be 5. If you have a really fast internet, maybe it's less. But I know when I watch my videos while I'm performing arts, is that what I'm doing? I'm just playing around like Inspector Clouseau. That's all I'm doing. It's like this is a kid's game. This is the greatest kids game for adults that we should have learned when we were kids. At least I should have. But then maybe it would have been boring and not such a great find. And it's all these little pieces and parts of numbers and words and where they're used, and numeric values, mathematical values that give design. You don't think math is a design? What about less than and more than? What about plus, addition, or divide? Separation. So wouldn't you think divide? What would be divide? Separation. What are we dividing? Are we dividing the same entity that it would be half of? Is one eye good enough? Or do I have to divide of one eye and one eye? Should I have 2 eyes? And then right away when I do this, asking the question, you can automatically see, and around my eyes and my nose, right there. Hold on a second. Can you see it right there? See that? Squished into your nose underneath your eyes, right? That's the fleur-de-lis. So when they said Jesus died where the fleur-de-lis were, where they are, he is, though that's Quebec. And you see those 2 crisscross eyes there? There's one single eye that picks up on both eyes, right? The I and the H. The H gets 2. The I only needs the 9. And it's a reflective in games, because when you look at the deck of cards, the H8 and the I9, although created mathematically by the same numbers, but created with division, separation, multiplication, and addition. So in which we end up with 1 times 8. 1 plus 8 equals to 9 equals to 8. So right away, we have put the word high, right? But the thing is, it's encompassed. This is the 9 that goes between it all. So we're going to take that and put 1 here and 1 here. This is number 66, 15, 8, 9, 15. 9, 15, and 8, 15. This will create 8, 6, 6, 8, 6, 3, 43, CDC. And what is created here through CDC is not only that, but 77 is in between the 7th gate in gematria, simple gematria. And I didn't make this up, and everything I do, I don't make up. And every letter you see comes from the alphabet, the one that I know, the one that you might know also, ABC, 1, 2, 3, Sesame Street, and Michael Jackson. You also know the mathematics. 7 times 7 is 49, which is green. And times 7 equals 343, CDC. So is that math right? Or is that the 3rd, the 4th, and the 3rd letter in the alphabet? Is there a possibility that 1 times 3 equals to 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 4. And we have 3, 4, 3. Is there a possibility that the word C3, O15, L12, D4 equals to 12, 16, 31 equals to a total of 34, and the word is cold? Is there a possibility that H8, O15, T20 equals to 43, 343? Hot and cold? Hot water and cold water. Coming from AC creating DC in the hot water and the cold water. 3443. 77 today is the 7th month of the 7th day, and the word is Christ. It is Power Day today. Today is the Power Day, the day of the Christ, the division of the 77th gate. Right? I mean, even in the deck of cards, if you want to look, right? I mean, somehow they show us all the cards, right? But we have to know everything because we're building. We have to go, we have a number 6 and we have a number 8. So what happened to 6? Must have jumped into the other world, and he's still in this world connected through 8. So we'll leave this one in this world because it doesn't have any moons, and call this one Mercury, or part of Mercury. And we're going to use this one as the birth that comes out. Okay, and if you notice, all the 4 corners are all the same, so somehow they're connected. But I'm just trying to show you that what happens with these cards. Like, do I actually need this card? No, I don't need that card because it comes into the game right here. There is there. Like, I don't need this card because you see this card? That's right. It's showing a division. It's showing the delta angle. It's showing the division. And if you look inside of here, right, this is the top of a syringes. Syringes. I don't know if you know what that is, but Muhammad Ali does it, you know. This is like the smokestack from the train, but I like to call this the divide. And this is not a 45-degree angle. This is cutting inside. This is more like close to a 33-degree angle. I want to know the angle of this ace. Okay. It's hard to understand, okay, the cards. I can do these squarely, right? I can run this squarely, these cards, right? I don't want to do the circles. I can just do that, figure out its dimensions, why they're doing it in this card. These are apparently legal cards in casinos, so that makes them legal. So I can use them, right? I don't need the number 7, but what we do have with number 7, right? Where's the other number 7? Is we take these 2 7s and we go like that. See, there's nothing there and there's nothing there, right? And I take this card and I put it on top. Trying to figure out exactly how to do it. And I put this card on top. So where all these dots match on the other side. And then once they match on the other side, I then end up filling in an area here and an area here. And then it looks like 8 connected 77. Now, is there any truth or possibility that an 8 can connect 77? So we're going to ask ourselves a question. 8 plus 8. We're just going to move away the cards. Hold on a second. 8 plus 8. You saw that, right? We got 2 8s, right? We want to connect 2 7s. So what would we have to do? 8 plus 8 equals to 16. 1 plus 6 equals to 7. My God, look at that. How did 8 fit into 7? Because they snapped them in. Somehow they snap in because it works in the numbers the same way the design works in the cards. And you notice the 9 is not part of it. The 6 is. So we're going to go for the average between 6 and 9. We can 1.5. 1.5 times 6 equals to 9. 1.5 times 4 equals to 6. This is both Mars and Saturn creating the DC delta angle. In Greek, it's the fourth letter. And this comes out of Mars, and these numbers will show you how it works. Okay? You're going to take that, and you're going to do that, and then you're going to draw a line over here. So you got 1 and you got 5. And if you look, you can see very simply that this is a 9 and this is a 6. But just 1 second. I think my phone buzzed or something. Just give me a second. Okay, so this is what happened to this. Okay, and at the meantime, in the same time, in the mean, did you hear the word I chose to use? In the mean time, not being mean, but the word, the reality of the word mean, right? It's not a mean time, it's the mean time. I can't, anyways, this is my 8. These are my 2 block 8s. So this is how the Mars, my understanding of Mars, and the only reason for that is because Area 51 drawn over itself, okay? In fact, it's not really drawn over itself. It's in front of and behind. I don't know what's happening here. This is only one dimension of the design. This is where I understood when I first began in 2005, okay, to see these or to create these things that I see, is it told me about the skull bones, right? The skull bones. And all through life, and it's proven over time, unless I'm wrong, don't forget, all the greatest, all the greatest, okay, scientists, mathematicians, it's anything, everything, okay, everything that they created. Okay, hold on a second. I don't like my screen is a little foggy to me, so I want to fix that fogginess. Is that clear? Is it just me that's getting this bad light? Ah, okay. Okay, I feel a little bit better. So, yeah, so they told me about the skull bones, and one of my first designs was actually just the letter I. And I had to use square paper because I have to know where I'm going. And they call these quadrilles. So before anything begins, it's telling me about 4. Well, what is it telling me about 4? And I want to get back to what I was talking about, right? Anyways, let's forget about that. So everything that I do is just reading into what somebody else has already done. There's an answer to something else that somebody else has already done, like the dice cube. Somebody already made it. I just tell you a story about it. A story. Look at that. Number 6. This is the only true 7 on the dice. This is the only true 7 on the dice because this is in the center. And if this was a glass dice and we'd be drilling all the way through, this is the only side that would get a 7. There is no other 7 on this board. It would only be this side and this side. That is your only 77. And the importance of what you can say is 1 and 6, 7, or 16 or 61 is this is the church, this is the spirit, and this is the beginning of man. And it is the beginning of man because of how we create this. We create it beginning with a 2 and a 1. That is the way we create it to begin with. But why I'm saying with man, because man is bar mitzvah at age of 13. There's 13 cards in the deck. When you add up 1 to 13, it equals to 91. 61 is the church. I call 1 and 6 the half-life because when you go to carpentry, based on Jesus was a carpenter, we don't need these 2 in the middle to measure other than if we're cutting everything in half. And if we are cutting everything in half, we will be cutting these circles in half. And if you cut these circles in half and put them up against the wall or the land, you will end up with a cut circle and maybe the beginning of one of the letters, most likely the letter R or the letter D, if you want, unless we're going to use all these as letters, but let's not go there right now. So this is a 6 face. There are 3 empty. No matter how you turn this dice, okay, you can never fill in this spot here and this spot here, never fill up unless I turn the dice cube. 1/4 turn. I only need to turn the dice cube once, twice, and then turn it back. 1/4 turn and 1/4 turn. Numeric value for Earth, number 5225. The numeric value for a plugin, and the word is Jack, 25 for Jack. J, capital J, starting with a capital J for Jack. A, B, C, D. Add 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10. But if you're going to multiply it, right? Check that out, eh? Check that out. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers, but I only got 3 multiple signs. That's pretty cool, eh? That's pretty cool. And you know what? I don't even have to go equal after this one, because if I finish multiplying after 3, 1 times 2 times 3 is 6. Right away, I got 6. Look at that. Isn't that great? I know I have a total of 6. It's going to be 6 times 4. That'll create my equal sign at the end. But in reality, I mean, you're just going to see 24. That's all you're going to do with the calculator. The calculator is showing you what showed up just before the last numbers, because this is going to be your total. So you want the before the total and then what the omega does. They always talk first and last. So let's talk first and last. And the thing about this first and last is that we start with a 1. And in Pythagorean, when you add up to a single digit, I think that's what they call it, 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So if we're going to start our countdown, this is where we will begin. And once we start our countdown here, we'll end down to 1 blast off, go as fast as the 24-hour day, or the Roman numeral, or the 24th letter in the alphabet, or the 10th letter for J, the J letter, or the X letter. Reverse, you have JC, Jesus Christ. JC reversed. Here you still have the X. Here you also have JC and the Queen, the Q, the 17th letter. Where does that 17 come from? Because when you play the game of, when you play blackjack, black 29, jack 25, 54 is the total. And it's the total of this one over here being valued at 2 and this one over here being valued at 7. They even got that on the dice right over there, number 27. Anybody ever see that, number 27? Yeah, there's 7 places not used. It ends up to be an arrow. Can you see the arrow inside of it? It's an arrow. Also look at the fish. Okay, let me read. Sorry, I didn't read what was on the board. Stopping to say hi. Favorite love, thank you very much. Hi, hi, hi. I'm thinking of the inchworm song from my childhood. The delta, interesting. 96, there it is again. That number popping up for me quite often now. Great minds, great test minds. Then I, then H, when on the side. Yes, it is. Now, the question is, I mean, if you wanted to go and play a game of pool, so we set up the game of pool with the pockets, okay? Now, what letters can I do and what letters can't I do? Well, if we're going to do something, the H and I will be over here. That is the way. So you already know, okay, that the H, the size of the I is larger. Here's these squares than the H. You see what it is from side to side? And what I like to do when I look at that is, hold on a second, I'm just trying to figure out which way this would possibly be done. almost like an open book. Or if you want, you can make it go a long, 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 all the way down, or the back door divided of a truck. Things have been divided here. And it, not only from this sign, but what about from this sign? Oh my God. Have you ever seen this one before? Oh my God. This is way different from that one. See, this one here, right? They give you 96 rotation. But this one over here, oh my God, look what it gives you. It, first of all, it's got that in here. It looks like the swastika just drills its way right in there. Hey, pretty cool. This is a little too small. At the same time, what else do we see there? Should I be doing it this way? Or should I have, let me just see, I'm doing this off the cuff. I'm thinking at the same time, yes, they have the capabilities. What if I went this way, and this way? What if I did that? The only one that would not be used is that one over there. And that would be number 6. No, that would be number 4. Sorry. That would be number 4. Let me do that again. Let me do that again. Okay. Okay. Wait a second. I'm just trying. First of all, I see 88. 88 here, 88 here, 8, 8. And then I see this 8 over here. So I see 3 8s. This 8 over here, okay, the bottom one connects to the top here. The top that connects to the bottom here is connected to this 8 here. So there's an 8 here, and an 8 here is 2, and an 8 here is 3, and an 8 here is 4, and an 8 here. So there's 5 8s inside of this. That equals to your 40 blue earth, 1353. Man walked on the moon because man became, the Hebrews, I think, follow the cycle of the moon. And this is what this is telling me. Because Electric Company, I don't know where it was, but it's connected to the moon, partake of its value. And the value is right here. All these create ones, okay? They all create ones. This is what happens. This is the number to the moon. This is the number to the spirit. This is the same as saying number 19, because this is divisible by 19. 3 times 19 is 57. At the same time, this is also connected to the Saturn sky. The reason it's connected to the Saturn sky is because the 3rd letter C and the 9th letter I is a total of 12, which is this letter over here. The sound of the L is right over here. So CL meaning sky. This is number 29. Did I get that right? 17, 26, 29, the birth. And black, the birth, yellow, something to do with a crown. What else? So I did the Z here. How come I was reluctant? I wanted to do the 5. You know, I used all 3 over here. What if I only use the inside and not use the outside? I'm just thinking, because what would you have to understand about the setup is you say, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And the reason for the 4th row, I'm going to try and show you online. Just give me 1 second. Roulette betting board. Images. Give me an image. Okay. Okay, got it. I need a little focus here. Okay, so what I'm just going to see if I can turn my camera sideways. Okay, so earlier on in the video, I'm having a hard time doing this. Early on in the video, I call 1/6 the half-life. Now, if you take a look of it, okay, 1 and 6, okay, I'm going to now try and remember 1 and 6. Just try and remember it. Try and remember that those two dots, okay, The two dots over here in the center are not needed for measurement. Everything comes out of the 4. All that happened is they split it in half. They split this in half. The same way they split this in half, one on each side, okay, is what they did to the 5. They split one in half, they split the other in a quarter. 1/2 for number 6 and 1/4 for number 5. That's what they did. That's what it's showing here. It's not me. Tell me it's not me. Tell me something different. Tell me something better. Tell me better, whatever different. Tell me what you see, whatever it is. Okay. What I wanted to show you here, okay, is that number 1 is black. 1 plus, wow, this is an opposite board. I've been looking for this one for a long time. Wow, I wanted to see this. Okay, so we're going to go to another board over here. Whoop. Over here. 1 is red, 10 is black. 1 plus 0 is 1. Wow, this is another board like that. Wow, I have to go look at this board. They switched everything around here also. Wow, my God. Holy mac, I can't believe it. Wow, I can't forget this board. I have to see why they changed it. Wow, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13. Wow, wow, wow. What a difference. Oh my God. 19 black is no longer red. 28 becomes red. No good. Do you know what that is? That's the old cycle, right? Now it's in control. That's the positive cycle. This is the negative cycle. 31 is still black. You see 26, 29, 28, 31 are black over here. Wow, I'm just very surprised. So anyways, 1, 10, 19 is red, 28 is black, 2 and 8 is 10, 1 and 9 is red. So here is the cycle to the living cycle of the spirit of the half-life. So it shows here that the 7 is red. So the gate is alive inside of you. That gateway, okay, is one of the suits you wear, might be your organs. I don't know, but we're continuously going through that gateway. In this one, we're not. Wow, they switch things around. This is very, very, very funny. Okay, so anyways, that's where I go for some of my information. I'm gonna get back over here, back onto the paperwork. I'm not really sure where I was. I jump all over the place. This is who we are. We're all jacks. We're all plugins to the 24-hour day. To the 10 is the countdown number. It is 1/6 of a countdown number. 1 and 6, again, as I show you, the only true 7. Life coming within 1, 1 and all, which is the counterpart to 6 and 1, in which everything, okay, has something particularly in common, and that's 3.5 is very particular in here, and it is the same 3.5 or 3.5 here. Do you remember Volkswagen? Volkswagen, right? Herbie the car, number 53. This is a piece and the mirror of this. These numbers, this one mirrored, looking like a 2.7 instead of a 5.7. Anyways, forget about that. The 7 and 3 creates 10. 5 and 5 create 10. 5 times 5, 25. 5 plus 5, 10 and 25 create 35 itself. What happens, I've fooled around a little bit with this, but I'm going to tell you what happens. What happens is when we had this one, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 areas, right? This one, we end up with 6 areas. So we went from 4 areas inside the number, 2 enclosed, 2 open. We went over to 6 areas, 4 closed and 2 open. 2, 4, 2, 2. 2, 4, 2, 2. I can show you something, but it's not going to mean very much. And even if I tell you something that 22 is bust, they say monkey for the dealer to bust, usually from 12 in blackjack. Monkey is a number 10. Usually it's a picture card. I'm losing my trend of thought. I thought it was very important. Wow, I lost my trend of thought from number 35, from number 57. Yes, the 1 and 6. So the 1 and 6 are the reverse of this again. Okay, they did the same thing again, but really it's actually number 12 because of these two added dots in the center. That's the way I like to look at this, as number 12 itself, but we need another one to ignite it. We need 7 and 7, 14 to equal 12 and 2. Anyways, forget about that. I just want to go back to, in the single one, we have 4 areas, 2 and 2. I'm going to try not to go all over the place. 2 and 2, okay? 2 times 2 equals 4 equals 4, okay? This one over here has 3 and 3, and 3 times 3 equals to 6 equals to 9. So this is the way I'll create the equation, understanding the differences. Now the question is, can I take this and put it here? Well, if I did, okay, I would go, if I did, and there was a possibility, and if it's too hard, I'll just stop and just say, forget it. Maybe I'll do it another time. I can run down here and say, look at that. I did it. I have that 5 over here, and I can split it right there because it's already been split. So I can put my 4 inside of a 6 and try to understand what's left over. If there's any equation there at all, let's not talk about it anymore. I want to go back to 12 and 14. Where I saw the 14 was over here, where this dot in the center says these are all one. If this is counted, how do you want to count this? Don't look at any numbers here. How do you want to count this whole thing? Do you want to give this the entire value of everything? How do we count these dots? If we added all 9 dots on here, 1 through 9 equals to 45. And that's the pass. That's the fox pass. They call that the fox pass because the word fox is also equal to 45. And it is created by FOX equaling to 45, 666. 234, 666 is a 90-degree angle. And that is counting 2 through 13 equals to that 90. We do not have a division. We do not have a division. Do you know where I get this from? Because I'm adding 2 through 13. If I add 1 through 13, it equals to 91. If I add 1, okay, through 1, okay, starting at 3, skipping 3, and over to 13, this would equal to 89. Why did I do that? I did it because the entire 13 cards is here, but we're never going to be able to use either the 1 or the 2 together. Why? Because it's separated. It shows it's separated. There's only one time you get to use it together, and it's over here in the 3. This is separate from this. It does not come together. I don't think I explained that right. I'll give you a short one. In baseball, there are 4 balls. I don't think I explained that right. 4 balls and 3 strikes. At what pitch? At what pitch is the action pitch? Number 6. There were 5 results prior to pitch number 6. Now, I didn't say if it was a pitchfork. I didn't say if it was a pitch in music, right? I'm just saying a pitch. Yeah, it's baseball. So if every pitch, okay, in the inning counts for something for a single batter, okay, after 5, which would be 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the action pitch is 5. And the result is 6. The action pitch is 5. And see that dot in the center there? Okay. It's in the action pitch because it's completely the other side. So I said I was going to show you something about the dice cube. 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4. Just for the fun of it, the numeric value for the word 1 is 34. The numeric value for the word 6 is 52. 34, 7, 52, 7 created by 1 and 6. That's too ironic. No, not too ironic. So what we're going to do here now is 2.5 plus 1 equals to 3.5 plus 2.5 equals to 6. 1.5 plus 2, okay, equals to 3.5 plus 1.5 equals to 5. 0.5 plus 3 equals to 3.5 plus 0.5 equals to 4. So does anybody see what just happened? Hold on, I have everything blocked out. I don't see what's going on. Just 1 second. Okay. Well, Susan, if you're not good at baseball, I'm just going to explain to you that when you play baseball, when a batter goes to the plate, okay, he can get a hit, he can do what he wants, he tries to get on base. But let's pretend that the pitcher is just throwing pitches, and every pitch he throws counts for something. Forget about the batter. We're just watching the pitcher throw the ball. So the pitcher throws the ball, and for each batter, he's allowed to throw 6 pitches. Although a walk is 4 pitches and a strikeout is 3 pitches and the total is 7, only one action can happen. Only one action can happen. And it happens on the 6th pitch. So now this is the dice. The separation between 1 and 6 is 2.5. The numeric value for Jack Earth, and this is in a reduced count, Pythagorean. This is in a regular count. Otherwise, Jack, okay, is 2, 4. Jack is 7. He is a clear-cut 7. Yeah, Jack. Yeah, Jack Rabbit. So the next one over here between 2 and 5, where we get the half-life to the numeric true value of the separation or the divide of 2 and 5 on the cube. Hold on, I have the phone. Okay, I answered the phone. Okay, so yeah, anyways, I can't answer the phone. So yes, now we have 2.5. 25th letter is Y. Here, the 15th letter is O. So we get Yo. Yo, Elev. I don't know all the terminology. So this one is 51 Mars, 25 Earth. We can also go 15 for Mars, or 33 mass times 47 time equals to 1551, right? In fact, this is 1551 Mars, right? But 5 and 5 is 10, right? It becomes 111. And relative to the 36 of creation, because it's 36 that creates 9, right? That would be 666, and it all connects to Mars. If I went, what would happen to get 25? This one ends up to connect to the Mayans, the Earth one. 25 by 25, 625 by 41 is 25, 625, which is part of also the Earth diameter. This is the short Mayan count, the 25,920. There's a 295 difference. Don't remember what that was. But anyways, let's leave that out. I just want to do something on my computer. So let me see if I can find them. Let me see. Just 1 second. YouTube people playing craps. What the croupier would say. Let's see. Let's see if I can see what this, if this is going to come out. 1 second. I want to see if we can hear this. Hold on. We've got some. Okay, hold on. Here it is. Let's see. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can take this out here. Hold on. Hold on a second. 4 easy, he said. So just, you see, this is a code. This is telling us, see, or 349, this is in the field. So you know what's in the field, okay? So this is where you pick up, there's the come out. So this is when I talk about the game of craps, this is what it is, okay? There's 2 dice, takes the 2 dice, wait. See that marker? Okay, that's the point, okay? When they didn't, 5 fever 5. So all these things, what you don't believe is a code, to me, okay, after I work on it, I don't really like to say code. I don't want to say code. It's just, hold on a second. Now it's in the background somewhere bugging me. No, not there. Oh, I can't believe I erased that. I just want to see something. 4 hard, 4. There's all kinds of stuff. There's just, you can't go over everything. When should I use the word square? Well, it just so happens that, look, the 9 of squares. Look, I got the 9 square. Have you ever played cards and heard somebody say it's a 9 square? But in French, being an English guy and listening to this, they call it le carré. And for me, okay, they call the Englishman squarehead. They also call him TeCHeConnectT, but they're not calling him the diamond head. They're calling him the square head. So when you go to a casino and the dealer screams out neuf de carreau or carré, to me, being an English guy, I understand it the same way. So for me, this is telling me it's square. So I have to have a different understanding for this card. I just want to do a, we were talking about 9 and 8 and where 9 and 8 came from 2 minutes ago. Anyways, the word was yo elev in the game of craps. When they say yo elev, being an English guy, elev for me, it means to get up, wake up. It also means student. Yo meaning from Earth, meaning 1/4, and from Mars, also meaning 1/4 and 1/5, as part of that 5 cube that holds the 1 dot inside of it. That one right there. Okay, so the Y is representing, so the Y is now being represented inside the inside the 1 and the 6, and the O is represented inside of Earth's number over here. And the separation, I mean it's these are the calculations. So that's where the 3.5 comes in. So when I do my calculations, I want to bring everything to alpha omega. So I take a 7 and a 5, or a 5 and a 7, and I'll put a 3 and a 5. They each come out to 10, 10. And that's what I need, 10, 10, right? We are in the year 2020. But to be perfect, you don't need a replica. You need 10, 10. You only need one perfect vision, and that's 10, 10. You don't need anything else. This is primary. All zeros equal to 6. So we're going to go 16. See, 10 times 10 equals to 100. 10 plus 10 equals to 20, 120. This 120, when you add up, when you add up 1 through 15, it equals to 120. When you add up 1 through 7, it equals to 28. When you add up 9 through 15, it equals to, give me a second, if this total was 120, then you have to take away, it'd be 112. It'd be 112 total. 112 take away 28 equals 94. Is that what it is? 8 and 4 is 12. Carry to 1. 9, 10, 11, 12. No, something's wrong. Something's wrong. And then you have to add the 8. I'm trying to be a big shot here. 8 and 8 is 16, is 20, is 2. 9, 10, 11. No. 84. 84. Okay, 120. That is absolutely perfect. So what happens now is beginning of man. Bar mitzvah, Hebrew, follow the moon. 13 cycles. 13 cycles, 12 and 1. The 13th cycle is the 13th cube because all you get is 6 and 6, 12, unless you're starting the cycles over again with 2 cubes. 6 and 6, you run the front side and then the back side, and then you start over at the next. So if you took the cube this way and you went 1, 2, 3, it takes 3 moves. 1, 2, 3. The fourth one, you start over again. 1, 2, 3. The fourth one, you start over again. This seems to look like the chess. You move it 2 and 1, right? Isn't this what you do with, like, to mix it up? Isn't that what they do when you play chess? Isn't that the rook? The rook goes 1, 2 forward and then 1 over, right? I can't go this way. Can I go this way? Because if I did go that way, I'd be telling you a new design out of this, right? So anyways, let's go back to the numbers. First of all, the game is pool. I have a stripe, and I have a solid, and I have to stop for a second because I got to finish off what we were talking about before. I just want to make sure that I don't fall behind on something. I don't know if I finished this off with you, with the dollar sign, the big one and the small one, where there were 6 area spaces and there were 4. This is going to create day and night. It will also create life. The 22nd letter is the letter V. In French, V means life. Why I say it's the division of day and night, because the multiplication of this will create a half, a 1/3 part in it. It'll create 4 by 4 equals to 16. 4 plus 4 equals to 0, 8. So this is 3 parts of 8 coming together. 3 parts of 8. 3 parts of 8. And that's your 24-hour day, creating the letters P and H. P and H. That's one of the recreations of the sound of the letter F. When the 333 comes out, when the 44 is here, you have to understand the reverse of the cube of the 44 is automatically the 33. So if it's the 444, it'll be the 333. This is the pig. Why it's the pig is because the pig's pregnancy is 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. It is the 7th gate. It is an arrow that's in and out. Anybody notice the number 5 coming into action over here? Right? Number 5 coming into action. Maybe a little number 5. I don't know. Maybe the L coming in. Maybe 52 will come together somehow. Got to give a little bit of credit to these people who created all this. It's just amazing. And somebody else who's going to help me find my pencils. Where's my pencils? This was all for the kids, right? We're all supposed to be those orphan kids. This was all for the kids. Don't you like to color and have fun and find all kinds of stuff? At least for me, that's what's going on. Hi, Nikki. Maybe I should have left that a different color. I sort of lost the, Can I color that in or something? Well, I'm not very good when I go fast. Well, don't put yourself down. That's okay. So basically that's it. So that's the number. That's the 7, right? That's the 7 void and the 2 dot. Another way to look at this one in basic view. Hold on a second. I don't know if I got that right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Just 1 second. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that one there and that one there. Where is my white out? Just give me a second as I pull a little tantrum here. Oh, here it is. Thank God. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord for that memory. Don't forget, I did not finish. I still have to finish. Remember that number, 256. 16 times 16 equals 256. 512. 51, Mars. 25, Earth. Hey, that's where that 44 comes from before, from that number, if you forgot about it already. There's so many things going on, I can't keep up. So now what I'm going to show you, okay, is what's left over. This is what's left over, okay? And when you connect it, okay, there are 7 dots, but it creates a number 8, connecting both sides. At the same time, there's something going on in here that I'm a little confused about, because according to this dice, okay, I cannot do this. I either can do this, okay, or I can do this, but I cannot connect all these dots together. At least I don't think so. Okay, according to this, I'm going to explain to you why. Because I can never use, it's either these 2 I use, and I call it the number H, or it's these 2 I don't use, and I call it the letter, the letter H, and here I call it the letter I, because of how we can connect it. Reverse, this fills the gap or the bridge that we need. So if I was to redo this again, do it a little bit quicker. The first couple are easy because then I just follow the complete design. I'm going to, this ends here, ends here, ends here. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing again. Okay, and I'm going to use this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. So I would end up with this. So now if I did that again, because I can't use these 2, so I'd end up with 2, 4, so I'd end up with 5 and 2, and then I'd end up with 2, let's say 2, 0 as a void. I'm not really sure what to mark over here. So if I did this again, let me do it one more time. I do this again, I would use these 2, and this one, and this one, and this one, and I would do that. So now if I would do them together, if I did them together, right, then I would do this, 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 and this, and this, and then I would go like that. That was one of them, and the other one is like that. But it looks like the reversal, if I would put them backwards, that would be the swastika, would it not? You see, if these are the two empty spaces, wouldn't you not say the empty spaces are going to connect together to the two corners? So I'm just taking a look at that. Anyways, I skipped over this. Let me get back to this piece before I run out of the connection. 120. What happens in the game when you count 1 through 15? It equals to 120. So I went 1 to 7, and that is the solid 28. Let's say the moon cycle. When I add 9 through 15, it equals to 84. Pluto, 84, and it's Pluto. It's Pluto of the half-life. Now, you remember at the beginning of the video, if someone who remembers, I was talking about 16 and 19, and the way number one, okay, when it gets to number 10, it becomes black when it's red to start with. And then at 19, it turns red again. It's like twisting all the time, turning around and around. It's red and it's black, and it's red and it's black, and it's red and it's black. 16 and 91. They 16 and 19 in roulette flip on top of each other. The P letter and the S letter. PS. You can also say standards and poors equals to 35. That 35 again is electric company, and it's connected to the moon. We just did this before, and we did number 57, 75, which is 77 Christ, which is today, times 75, okay, which is the moon, equals to 57, 75. And it is a passage. 7 and 7 is 14. It's a sun pass, equals to 5, 5, 5. That's what it is in these numbers. 4 numbers reduced to 3. DC. That's the way DC works. 4 numbers reduced to 3. It also represents DC because the value is 3/4. There's so many things going on. I don't know if I'm in order. I don't know if I'm missing anything. So we went to the Hebrews. They followed the 13 cycles. The 13 cycles, it's 12 plus 1 cycle. It's the female with the 1 added on male, or the 3rd cube if we have to go that way. In a previous video, previously in the video, we spoke about number 22, meaning life. We also spoke about number 24 right over here, right? This is the half-life of the heaven. This is also the gateway. This will also turn into 1 plus 6 equals to G. It'll be G and H. And both this combination and this combination have this in common, because they can both say laugh and philosophy. Something like that. So when I add up the stripes, right, S and T, I'm using the S and L. This is the skies of Saturn. This is connecting to the angel. You know, you say, oh my God, it looks like a man or a human being. It's Homo sapien, right? Well, just having the ST in the front is referring to angel. Even though you're saying saint, the numeric 39 this is number 1, this is number 14, equaling to 15. 14 and 15, and the beginning of pi. This is 14, add the 1, it's 15. 14 and 15 is the beginning of pi. But anyways, let's not get into that part right now. 15 and 7 is 22, and 5 is 27, and 12, 39. 27 and 12 equals to 39. And that's 9 times 3, 9 plus 3. So anyways, this is Pluto, and it is the half-life because 8 times 4, 8 plus 4 equals to 32, equals to 12, equals to the total of 44 that we showed previously, what creates the day and the night. So obviously somehow it's has occupied the 1 dot somehow. Don't forget they can go back and forth, all right? Numbers go back and forth. You can use the 1, you can use the 6. But if you use the 1, you have the 8 void. If you use the 6, you have the 3 void. But it's not actually a 3 void. It's actually more or less 1/4 void. This would be something to do with 1/4, the value in the center. But I don't want to get to those values. Right now, the values I'm using, and what I find very ironic is that the 1 dot, okay, is in the 5 position and a total of 9. Anyways, I don't want to talk too much about this. They're going to be when things overlap. You know what I'm saying? It'll overlap. So this 3 will go over that 3, and then another cube, the 1 will go over this 1, and then a whole bunch of cobwebs of these, and we just okay. So, anyways, we're going back to the 13 cards in the deck. The 13 cards, 1 through 13, equals to 91. When we play the game of pool, we have 15 balls. It equals to a total of 120. From 1 to 7 is 28. From 9 to 16 is 84. We're going to bring everything down to a single digit. So instead of counting 9 through 16, we're going to count 9 and then 1 through 6. Right away, this is going to tell me it's a replica of the cube, 21. When you have 1 through 6, you automatically have 21. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 3 is 6. Plus 4 is 10. Plus 5 is 15. Plus 6 is 21. The cube is blackjack. So if you have the cube as blackjack, Ra. Ra is in Saturn. The rat star. The rat star. What does it mean, the rat star? What does it mean, the rat star? This is 2, this is 7. The same thing as we did for Earth before, right? We did something with Earth before that also came to 2, 7. So this value counting is going to be 21 plus 9. 21 plus 9 equals to 30. So this is creation. All zeros equal to 6. The reason for that is there are 8 numbers or 8 positions around here. You can never use more than 6 of the 8. You have to go across. You can't go here, you can't go here. You have to go across here or here. Here, you cross here, like above, like below. This side or that side. That's what I understand this saying to me. It can say something different to you. Let me look. Okay, that's very interesting. That's a very interesting word, ophicus, because that's where they repeat that inside a roulette, but they don't say it that way, and they go more like orphans. It's more like through the orphan setup, the children of whatever it is. Saint. Then they told ain't a word. Ain't a word. Right. Okay, very good. Ain't. I think we're going through the S shape actually has to do with my own personal. Hold on a second. I can't believe I got a fly in the house. I have to go check my door and make sure it's closed. I think it is. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute break. Oh, God. I can't believe I'm all over the place. A little too much, eh? I'm all over the place. I'm going to warm up some tea, maybe get myself a banana. I'm out of carrot juice. Give me a minute. I don't remember where I was actually. Thank you very much. Well, actually, you see, I come out here to do these videos hoping not to be alone. But really, I'm not prepared. I'm really unprepared for doing any videos at all. And I make mistakes. And sometimes it's embarrassing. I forget myself. There's so many things going on. Sometimes I'm thinking something, forgetting that there's a hello, McFly, hello. I saw that the other day. I thought it was funny. It's so funny. We are so asleep. We are so asleep. We are so asleep. We all don't see the same thing. Our levels of understanding different situations, and it's just so crazy how we're just so different. We don't want too much of anything. We want to learn. Learning the truth, you'll know who to believe. All you'll have to do is punch it in the word calculator. This is exactly what he said or she said. Not telling the truth. Eventually, you'll know right away. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of man, and that's the age of 13, the bar mitzvah. So I'd like to know why I have 15. Well, in roulette, 13, 14, 15 is on the right side. What happens is the 13 becomes part of creation, because 13 is actually part of 15. And I'm going to explain that. And since 13 is man, 13 is part of the cycle. And the reason for that is this over here. Now, it might not really be 13. It might be a different story. And one of the stories is as you go up, it's by 3. So vertical is always by 3. Horizontal, okay, is always by 1. So I can be saying 1, 3 all the time, or 31. And what's ironic about that, okay, about 31, is that 31 and 13 equals to 44. 13 and 31 equals to 44. Now, when you add 31 and add 13, this equals to 75, and this equals to 57. And I forgot that I was talking about before. I forgot to show you that in mathematics, we get 35 electric company reconnecting itself, okay, and we get number 12, equaling to 47, which is Jesus time cross. Now, if we get Jesus and we add 19, that would be the time cross pass, corona, the crown. Add the S onto it, right? I don't care if it's a number. I don't care if it's a number. I say there's more than 147. I say there's 47s. So if there's 47s, I'm going to add the S. And that S is number 19. And that is the spirit created by man, number 13. That's what happens at 13. So how did we run into number 15? That was my question next. I wanted to know, even though 13 and 15 are on the same line, 13, oh, right. 13 becomes 1 plus 3 equals to 4, and 1 plus 5 equals to 6. 1.5 times 4 equals to 6. I remember how I got that. So to be recreated or intercepted, it seems like there's a duplication inside of Mars, 1.5. And it's a plug-in because they also mention in the game of blackjack. In the game of blackjack, when you get blackjack, you get 1.5 times your bet, or you get 3 to 2. You bet 2, you get 3. You bet 6, you get 9. So it's the same thing as 1.5. They're the same thing. And mathematically, okay, 3 times 2, 6. 3 plus 2, 5. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals to the same thing. So they're telling you the same story. Not only are they telling you the same story, right, that's what they're telling you, the same story. I'm just going to jump onto something else. The 11th hour and the 23rd hour, each one is 1 hour away from number 3. So it's 3-5 and it's 3-2. They're connected. Did you follow how my thinking works? If you have a pipe and the pipe is located here and you have water, wouldn't you think that there's going to be water in that pipe? Not necessarily, but there's going to be an area you can put the pipe. Anyways, I didn't explain that right. Forget about that. Throw it out the door. This over here and this over here, 8 and 3. Always mysterious, that 8 and 3, because that 8 and 3 is just going to recreate this number over here in itself. 8 times 3, 24. 8 plus 3, 11, equals 35. Minus 11 equals to 13. Man and creation. So what do these two do? 11 will recreate 23. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, 1 and 2. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3 and 2. Did we finish off with this thing I was doing on pool where we had the stripe ball, okay, connecting to Pluto, and we had these solids connecting to the cycle and connecting to the cycle, okay, and we're talking about astrology is now telling me, okay, number 8 is following the cycle in solid 8. So this is my 36. This is 36. Another thing, right? There's just something else we have to remember about 35. Is it's 28. Hold on a second. 3.5 times 8 equals 24 and 4. This is what it takes to get 1 ounce. This is also what the separation in the cube is. I'm just trying to look at other things. Where else? Where am I going with this? I'm just trying to. The stripe ball includes the cube inside of it, but I'm questioning that by now. And the reason I'm questioning it is because I'm playing pool and I'm trying to understand that if it did include the cube inside of it, then this is not included in the cube because it goes from 1 through 6, the cube, and this is inside a 7, which is only telling me that its greatest separation is the only one that can create a 7 is the 1 and 6. So they're counting this as a combination of the alpha omega inside this one over here. So it's 21 plus 7 equaling to 28. This is, by the way, 3 and 7. This will create 3-7 as well as 2-7 as well as 5-7. Full mathematics. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 2 equals to 3 equals to 5. And then the number 7. So you're relating back to the moon. It'll be 2-7. Win a big red sun it'll be 3, 7 back to the cube and connected. I can't explain it, to the delta angle. A, B, C, D. Forget about that. I didn't explain it. I didn't show it. I didn't write it down. Forget it. I don't like that I just did it too fast. I don't have that down perfect. Anyways, at the end of it, 15 is the way we get through to the moon. How do I get to the moon with 15? If all zeros equal to 6, okay, this number would then be, I'm just going to revert it into to look a little different, right? Would be 216.0. All 0 equal to 6, I could put 126. Okay. Now, does it mean something different if the 6 was first? Well, if I can go and say 36. If it was 210, okay. Anyways, whatever. Wow, I'm going way ahead of things. Stop. The reason I say it's connected to the moon is because the numeric value, I think, to cross the moon, I'm not sure if it's the diameter, but the numeric value is 2160, also 3476, okay, in kilometers, which, by the way, circumferences the numeric value 5. Between 1 and 5 and 2 and 4 is a number 3. 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 5. If I had to count all the way to 5, I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I had to count all the way to 4, I'd go 2, 3, 4. What is the middle number here? 3. Same thing here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5. The middle number here is 4. See, it's so simple. When I go 6 to 8, I know it's 7. So counting this way is easier. But also, the number is 3, 4, 7, 6, all circumferencing this number 5. And it's also noted in roulette. This number is in roulette. I'll show you it in a minute. So this is talking about the moon. It also is base. There's a base for it. Okay. The Mayan cycle, 3476. Hold on. Roulette orphelin. Can't see it, eh? Oh, let me see if I can get something better here. Can we see this? Okay, you see this here? See this here? 1776 orphelin. And the total here is 1751.57. And then on this side, it's 121.35, 66, 75. Corona through the moon. So that's where I get that from. So there's your 216. So when I go 140 minutes in a day times 1.5 is 2160. If I have to create angle, I would be at 216, 225, and 234. From 180 and 270, I would be missing 36. I'd be missing 36. And in between, it would be a total of 180, 216, 234, 216 to 234. It would be 18 in the center. Over here, 216. Over here, 225. Over here, 234. So this is where the 666 comes in. Over here, 675. Over here, 684. This is somehow representation of our seconds. This one over here, I'm always confused about. Half-life of Earth. That's what it keeps bringing me. 675. Something to do with the moon. And then this one over here is our vibration to 666. And this is everything that's created. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equals to 9, equals to 8, equals to 17, and 27 equals to, again, 44. The reverse is 33, equaling to 77. The Christ. This one will create the half, the day and the night, the separation, 16 hours a day, 8 hours a night. And this one will be in rotation, 6 and 9. And the total, 39. Angel, 66. Corona, and the pass is 80/8642. So anyways, I'm going to explain what this is. What happened over here is what happened with number 18. Whoop, look at that. The vision is terrible. So let me fix that vision. Okay. I did a calculation of 1 times 8, 1 plus 8, creating 9 times 8, 72. 9 plus 8, 17. I didn't count it as 72. I counted it as 27. I'm keeping it as low as possible. Okay? I'm keeping it as low as possible. There's a reason for it. If I kept it the other way, my answer would be 89 again. And I don't want the same answer. So I'll go 71. Okay? And if I'm going to go 71, I'm going to go 72. But I'm not going to do 71 and 27 because I'm going to end up with 98 again. And I don't want that answer. I want to know the difference. I need to know, okay, that if you're rocking, if we rock to this side or you rock to this side, okay, I don't need to rock underneath here. This is everything. If I tilt my dice this way or I tilt my dice this way, I don't need any more. I already know, okay, that underneath this is a 1. I don't have the 2 sides. I have to tilt it to see my 4 and the 3. Oh my God. So all I really need to do is see one other number because I basically know the whole thing, right? If I see the 4 here, I know the 3 here. If I see the 6 up here, I know the 1 down here. I automatically know the 5 and the 2 are over here. It's automatic. It's automatic. Okay, so we did this over here. So we had this answer here. The reverse of this in 2 cubes is 33, equaling to 77. The multiplication equals to this. The multiplication equals to this. You adding them both together equals to this, giving you the angel, okay, of X's and O's. The 24th letter is an X. The 15th letter is an O. So you have 66. It spells this one. It says 1 arc. Arc 1. This says divided. Anytime you see the O-N in a word, it is divided. It is a division. Okay? It is part of pi. Pi. O-N. Eon. Pi. 3 point. Well, actually, it's NO. It's NO. So it would be 3 NO. Eno. Eno. Neo. Red. Sun. Nos. Our. DNA. Neo. 1. And their son, Neil Anderson. 3.1415. When you add them together, it's 29. When you add 1 and 4, it equals to 5. When you add 1 and 5, it equals to 6. And this is the beginning of pi. But when you want to translate and make pi complete, there's more than one way to do it. To bring pi into the 1 world, the 4 world, or the 7 world. And we do know that 1 and 7, when they come together, it creates a number 4. So that's just what is that question? Well, that's one part of the delta angle. Get it through the uprights. because there's two lines. Okay, it's going to tell us number 33. Where did I get that from? I called it uprights. Uprights mean football. If it's football and you kick it through, it's 3 or it's 1. Is it a field goal or is it an extra point? Because we already got 6. Again, 6 comes with a kick for 1. Or we're going to end up with field goals. So we're going to do it at number 1. First, what we're going to do is bring it to pi perfect. 3 times 1, 3. So we have 9.3. I'm not sure if I'll use 9 or I'll just keep 3 in front. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 4, 3. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 5, 6. 3 times 9, 9. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 6, 9. 3 by 5, 6. And that's how you go pi perfect. Eventually, they will meet up and start to work out. But if you really want to know what I do to it next, is this. Okay, if I had to use 9, my question is, since it's first, would I put the number here and skip this box and only run 8? Or should I just... And those are the first sequence of pi. 9, 21, 15, 12, 9, 18, 18. So this is just something I've come up with for pi, but it's nor here nor there, but this is what pi does. So the next part about pi, if you want to do it, 3.14159265, is bring it to one of these 3 levels. And where I found these levels is it's usually 3 out of 4 years, which if it's 3 out of 4 years, okay, we're going to use the complete of 4. There's a 1-year difference and a cycle of 7. 1 month is February, 4 months of 30 days, 7 months of 31 days. There are other places. I do not remember the 417. It is a bypass, right? Or a side road that would also go in the same direction. I don't know if I want to say it that way as a Highway 401 or communication road. So we're going to bring this to the one world. So by bringing it to the one world, okay, and only working with positives and negatives, meaning I'm going to use the closest number. Bring this to 1, okay, I can't use 0, so I'm going to use 9. 9, 6, 9, 5, 1, 8, 4, 5. This is if I bring it to this. That is talking about what the value of that would be. Now I'm going to bring it to this world, to understanding of that world. And remember, this world is located in 5 as well as 6. I don't know what they mean. Right now I'm just putting things together. So if I bring it to the 4, 1 and 3, 4 and 9, 1 and 3, 5 and 1, 9 and 4, 2 and 2, 6 and 2, 5 and 1. What I did is when you minus or you add any of these numbers, okay, you're going to get a number 4. The third one is to the 7 world. So we're going to do 6, 3, 6, 2, 2. I really shouldn't do it that way. I should do it the proper way and put a 7. You notice the 2 and 7 go together. I'll explain that. 5, 1, 2. Isn't it ironic that 2 and 7 go together? 9 plus 7 is 16. 1 plus 6 equals to 7. 9 minus 2 is 7. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the 2. There's supposed to be 9 per face. So it's 2 and 7. That would be over here. Same thing that comes out in mathematics. Not only that, 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals to 6. 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals to 3. It's 21. 2 plus 1 equals to 3. So what actually happened? What happened? 7 reduced 4, while 2 gained 4. They each move 2 at a time. 7 reduces and 2 increases. That's the way they work. Every number works that way with this over here. Okay, there was something in the video that I prepared to do that I did not do. I'm a little tired. I wasn't expecting to do such a long video. Just lost a part of it. Okay, let me see that. Google logo. I don't see anything. I don't know how to do it with my computer. Anyways, I'm not sure where I went, if I lost anybody. I jumped onto the game of pool, showing you about the man cycle, how number 13 and number 15 come together. I think there was something missing in that. I also didn't explain that why both number 30 and number 5 have something in common, or 30 and 50 have something in common. Sometimes you say, what time is it? You'll go, it's half past the hour. Well, the word half is 1 and 2. It's also a value of 5, saying half. It's also valued at 30 minutes, which is, for me, it means the word day. Day equals to 30 minutes, to number 30. Where was I? Yeah, time. So half. So Mars being number 51 or 15, and 51 plus 9 equals to the 60. So you're bringing the birth in 1 and 5, 6 in rotation. Just 1 second. I'm thinking. Mars. Wow, I lost myself there. Yes, Mars number 15, the short count, the Pythagorean count for Mars, 15 is 1/4. Because if you compared 15 in time, if Mars was time and we were running on Mars time, it would value at 1/4 the same number as our full time on Earth, where Earth is the numeric value of 25, and it means we're plugged in to a blackjack in the sun, black box in the sun, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Let me know for errors. Let me know where I made mistakes. Let me know where I left things out. No, I didn't do the word stripe. You're right. It's a combination of 39. In fact, the combination of STR equals to 57. It also has rest in peace in stripes. IPE is 25 and 5 is 30. So we have 57 and 30. I think we have 87. I think that's a gateway. 39, 49, 57. 57. Wow, 66. 76, 82. Yes, we have 87 for stripe. Solid, we have 34, 44, 45, 46, 55. We have 59. So we definitely know that solid is a separation by the 7th gate. And stripe says gateway on it. So I have to think, where does number 5 come from? Number 5 is created from number 12. So although 5 is a prime number, it's created by the star system number of 12, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. Then we're going to end this video. So this one is prime, and it's created by this, and this one's not prime, and it's created from this. Star system math. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. The word above the search bar in Google. 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 The word. The word Google? That? Okay, I can, let me see. So can I do it after? Okay, I gotta go. What kind of signs can I do? Peekaboo!